Ahead and get started with our FY26 budget deliberations. Today's date is July 31st, 2025. The time is 11 a.m. In attendance are Commissioners Eberline, Duncan, and Matari. I'm going to call this meeting to order. Are there any changes to the agenda? Hearing none. Public comment. Come on up.
Good morning, Commissioners. Ron Hartman for the record. For those, I'm speaking as a retired county property owner. Commissioner Matari, great presentation yesterday using the circles for deputies to explain the big picture full cost. I don't think very many people understood that, and I thought that was a great presentation. Also, I'd like to thank Commissioner Matari for the great job he's done with the Hayden City Council on the law enforcement contract, saving the county taxpayers approximately $400,000. That was a big win. All the commissioners in general, I don't agree with how you came to this year's budget for next year. COLA should not be the last to go into the budget, which is the way this budget was put together. COLA should be competitive, so you take care of the current people and maintain and retain the current people. Commissioner Matari in the past has explained the cost to train a new deputy. It makes no sense to first add new people into a budget before taking care of the current people. I don't get it. COLA needs to be improved so that there is more need. COLA needs to be improved, so therefore more needs to be taken out of the budget where there's been put in for new people. The best example right now, which only came up yesterday at the end of the meeting, is 9/11. People there are working 5 12-hour days. This leads to burnout, it leads to divorces, it leads to a disruption of the family. I know, I've been there, I've experienced it. At Ford, I've hit the wall more than once trying to work those kind of hours. It's unsustainable. Also, I think if you ask the majority of the people in this room and the county, they will find that 9/11 is far more important than adding a new school resource officer. Why can't the school counselors take on more of the SRO's workload? The total cost has to be far less for a school counselor than a deputy. Further, for the future, there needs to be meetings with the school board, like Commissioner Matari did with Hayden City Council, to fix this cost gap. The other thing I did that I don't think people are doing, I went on the Forbes today on the website. Today's information, to determine what it costs to maintain the same standard of living if I move to a different city. So what I did is I put in their cost calculator living, an $80,000 salary in Boise. So what does it take if I move to Seattle? What kind of money do I have to make to maintain the same standard of living? Instead of an $80,000, the equivalent in Seattle has to be $113,222. That's 29% higher. So then I did just one other one. I said, well, what if I move from Boise to San Francisco? What does my $80,000 salary now have to be? It has to be $129,520. That's 38% more. So in the future, when we're trying to compare salaries to have equity, you have to look at the total cost, like Mr. Matari was explaining, as far as the deputies with his example yesterday. You got to take into effect the bottom line of take-home pay after they take out your income tax, after they take out your property tax, after they take out the cost of living. Like I was just over in Spokane 2 days ago. Gasoline's 80 cents a gallon more there. One more thing and I'm done. Suggestion for next year's budget. You guys are doing cost up budgets versus a cost down. I've been at Ford. Ford used to do cost up budgets. They always have overruns like you guys are having, always. If you start with a cost down saying, this is the amount of money we got, and you carve it up between the division managers, in this case between engine, transmission, and body engineering, and you say, this is the pot of money, you come back with this is your share. I think you'll find it's much easier to come to a budget trying to do it from cost down versus cost up. Thank you.
Mr. Hartman, thank you. Just to kind of clarify things, I really only helped bring it up by just under 300,000. And as much as I wish I could say I'm paying you, I'm not to say these things. I have no idea what you're going to say, so I appreciate that.
I did not.
But I'm just trying to do my job as I know it, so thank you. Anyone else who would like to speak? Okay, well then we'll move on to our one and only business item, FY26 preliminary balanced budget presentation. It's an action item. Now I think we have Brandy Falcon to start us off.
Yes, good morning, Commissioners. Brandy Falcon for the record. Today, I just need the board's approval of the tentative budget for publication. So I have the balanced budget in front of you. It's at a 2.5% tax increase. It includes the new construction, our annexation, and URD returns for tax for a total levy amount of $64,398,070. And then included in the budgeted expenditures is a 2.5% COLA for all staff. And then there is a slight cushion in the budget of $119,000 to allow the board to reduce the tax percentage increase below 2.5% prior to the budget hearing at the end of August, if the board wishes to do so. And we've also included to levy for judgments that the county has had for a dollar amount of $299,330. The budget includes the increase to the employee health premiums, as we had talked about earlier. Yes, it includes all the direction given at yesterday's meeting. Are there any questions?
Questions?
I also wanted Jelena and our auditor's department to talk about the levy rate from last year to what it's going to likely look like this year too. I'm just going to speak to that to you guys. So.
Come on up.
Good morning. I just wanted to touch and say that based on the 2.5% increase, it actually are, and based on the values that we have now, which operating property is subject to change, but our levy rate will actually go down from last year. So the final levy rate will go from 0.001322 to 0.001311. So despite all of that, there is a small decrease in the levy rate. Did you want me to talk about? Okay.
Any questions? All right, thank you. Any other questions? If not, I'll take a motion.
I move that we approve the FY26 tentative budget for publication at a 2.5% tax rate and to include a levy judgment or levy for judgments at $299,330.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye, motion carries. Next up, public comment. Hearing none. 11:09, meeting adjourned. Thank you.